In the late 18th century, Antoine Lavoisier is on the brink of making a discovery that will redefine chemistry and establish a fundamental law that mass is neither created nor destroyed.
Good evening, Monsieur Lavoisier. Before we delve into your groundbreaking work on chemical reactions, could you tell us a bit about yourself? What led you to explore the mysteries of matter?
Certainly. My name is Antoine Lavoisier, born on August 26, 1743, in Paris, France. From an early age, I was fascinated by science, particularly chemistry. After studying law and briefly practicing as a lawyer, I turned my attention fully to scientific research. My passion for understanding the composition of matter and the processes of chemical reactions led me to one of the most significant discoveries in the history of chemistry.
Your journey from law to chemistry is indeed fascinating. Could you explain your discovery of the law of conservation of mass and how it revolutionized our understanding of chemical reactions?
Of course. The law of conservation of mass states that in a chemical reaction, mass is neither created nor destroyed. This was a radical departure from the phlogiston theory that was prevalent at the time. Through careful experimentation, particularly with combustion, I demonstrated that the mass of the reactants equals the mass of the products. This discovery provided a solid foundation for the study of chemistry as a quantitative science.
This principle seems so fundamental now, but at the time, it must have been revolutionary. How did you prove this theory, and what challenges did you face in convincing the scientific community?
It was indeed a challenge. I conducted numerous experiments, meticulously measuring the mass of substances before and after chemical reactions. One of the key experiments involved the heating of mercury oxide. By capturing the gases released during the reaction and weighing the residue, I was able to prove that the total mass remained constant. Convincing others required not only clear evidence but also a new way of thinking about chemical processes.
Your work truly laid the groundwork for modern chemistry. How do you see your law influencing future generations of chemists and scientists?
I believe that the law of conservation of mass is fundamental to all chemical research. It allows scientists to predict the outcomes of reactions and to develop new compounds and materials with precision. I hope that future generations will build upon this principle to unlock even more secrets of the natural world.
Your contributions have indeed been monumental. What was it like to challenge the established scientific theories of your time?
It was a daunting task, but I was driven by the pursuit of truth. The phlogiston theory had dominated chemistry for decades, but the evidence I gathered was undeniable. It was difficult to convince some of my peers, but I knew that the data would ultimately speak for itself.
And your resolve certainly paid off. Your law is now a cornerstone of chemistry. What do you hope will be the lasting impact of your work?
I hope that my work inspires others to approach science with rigor and precision. The law of conservation of mass is just one step in understanding the complexities of chemical reactions. I believe there are many more discoveries to be made, and I trust that future chemists will continue to build upon this foundation.
Thank you, Monsieur Lavoisier, for sharing your journey and your insights. Your legacy will undoubtedly inspire generations to come.
It has been an honor to contribute to our understanding of the natural world. I am confident that the future will bring even greater discoveries.
Antoine Lavoisier's discovery of the law of conservation of mass revolutionized chemistry, providing a fundamental principle that underpins all chemical reactions. In our next episode, we'll explore the work of Carl Linnaeus, the father of taxonomy, whose system of classifying organisms transformed biology. Antoine Lavoisier was a real historical figure whose work laid the foundation for modern chemistry. If you're fascinated by the stories behind the greatest scientific discoveries, make sure to follow and subscribe. Join us as we continue to explore the moments that changed our world.